Today we are looking at the absolute best weapon in the game, and I know I say that a lot, but honestly guys, the SVA 545 did not need a buff whatsoever, yet they gave it an actual buff. This thing is even better at mid-range and long-range now than it ever was, making this gun one of the better guns to go for all those distances. Now the best thing about this is that this gun doesn't have much recoil, so whether you're using it for Rebirth Island, regular Warzone, multiplayer, whatever it is, you're gonna go absolutely off on people. And I got two classes for you guys today for the SVA 545 that will help you definitely go off on people. So the first one is going to be my strictly multiplayer class. My second one is my hybrid class that I use on multiplayer on the bigger maps, but I also use strictly when I play Warzone, Rebirth Island, and I'm going on ranked and stuff like that. It is my ranked class, and it's a laser, guys. It's an absolute laser. So we're gonna get into the first one here, just because this is the multiplayer one. You guys are watching the gameplay in the background and all that. But before we get into it, if you guys could drop a big fat like on this video, I would truly appreciate that. Every like helps this video get pushed to more people. And if you guys enjoy these videos, might as well go ahead and drop those likes. Sub to the channel if those notifications turned on, and let me know down in the comments below, did the SVA 545 need a buff? I don't think it did. I'm being honest with you guys. I really do not think this gun needed a buff, but they did it, so I'm not mad. It's my favorite gun anyways, so you might as well use it. Alright, so going to the first things on this class setup. This is the multiplayer class, guys. We're going to be running the stim shot for the tactical, alright? This is something that you're going to want to use in case you get back into gunfights back to back. We all know once you see one enemy, there's going to be more people nearby, so the stim shot's going to help you guys out a lot. After that, we're going to go, and I have throwing knives on. Now, I got two throwing knives on, and the reason for that is because I just like throwing them. I mean, I probably miss most of my shots because I just aim them randomly and throw them randomly, but when it does hit, it is fun, and I go for like long shots and stuff, so it is what it is. Then we got the munitions box for the field upgrade. This comes in super clutch. If you're not running it, man, there's nothing really else that you need to be running besides it. Like the heartbeat sensor, a little useless, the deployable cover, a little useless. Might as well be using the munitions box for sure. And then after, we got assault gloves for the gloves, because these are going to help you guys ADS even faster when jumping, and your accuracy is a lot better when jumping as well. Then we got covert sneakers and ghost TV camo. So the actual thing on my set, or I should say my secondary, is the Renetti, and then for the Renetti we got obviously the Jack Ferocity carbine kit on it as well. This is going to make this gun fully automatic. It's one of the best. It's a pistol, but it's literally one of the best SMGs in the game right now. They're gonna nerf it. They didn't nerf it in today's update, which actually really surprised me, so might as well continue using it, right? It's still really good. Now for the SVA 545, we're running 5 attachments on my multiplayer class. Remember guys, this one's mostly for closer range, mid-range gunfights, so use it on those smaller to mid-sized maps. If you're playing the larger maps, and the class I'm gonna give you guys afterwards is better for that one. But this one right here, we do not need a muzzle, we do not need anything else, so we're going to go straight to the barrel, and it's going to be the NT quietest suppressed barrel. The reason we want this one is because you're getting ADS speed, you're getting sprint to fire speed, but you're also undetectable by radar because it is a suppressor as well, so it's really awesome for that. Now, one thing that kind of sucks about this attachment is that you're losing effective damage range and minimum damage range, 20% each, and bullet velocity, so this is not something you definitely want to run on Warzone. Like, don't do it, it's not worth it at all. And it's kind of good because, well, yeah, we did get a mid-range and a long-range buff on this gun, so even though we're still only losing 20% on this like before the buff, it's actually still a little better than it was anyways. Now we're getting mobility, a lot of it, 4% movement speed, crouch movement speed, and 7% ADS movement speed, 8% ADS speed, and 12% sprint to fire speed, so that's really nice. Then we got the FSS Ole V laser, which I haven't thrown onto a gun in a long time, but again, it's really nice. You're getting sprint to fire speed at 7%, ADS speed at 5%, and your aiming stability is increased as well, which actually helps out a lot in terms of visual recoil. Now, your laser's visible when you're ADSing, but there's not much you can do about it. It kind of is what it is. Now, for the optic, there's a few options here. You can run the slate reflector, you can run the Jack glassless optic, you can run whatever you want, the Mini Dot Pro, the Cronin, and all that. Personally, I'm starting to like the slate reflector, especially on the smaller maps and stuff. It's the smallest sight in the game. It's going to be one of those sights where when you ADS, you still see every single thing that's happening around you. The sight does not block any of your screen practically. It's just really nice. And in all honesty, the gun still feels like an absolute laser when using that right there. Now, there is the monochrome I think you can use, or I forget what it's called. No, it's the NIDAR Model 2023. I don't know why I call it the monochrome. It's the NIDAR Model 2023, which is another sight. It's that circular one. That one's pretty nice as well, so if you want to run it, go ahead and run it, but I don't like telling people what optic to use. Everybody likes to use a different one, so go ahead and use whatever you like to use. Now, the main V6 stock is going to be the stock that we're using for this one. You're going to get recoil control, you're going to get gun kick control, we're going to lose some sprint to fire speed, 6% of it, which is not the best, but but because of that, we're getting 21% recoil gun kick control, we're getting 8% horizontal and 9% vertical. So this thing right here already is such a laser, and this is just going to help it out even better. And I kind of don't mind losing that 6% sprint to fire speed because we already got so much with all the other attachments anyways that I don't mind losing it, and we're going to get even more now with the final attachment, which is the rear grip, the Naut Z3 grip. This is going to give us sprint to fire speed, ADS speed, and all that nice stuff. Now remember, we lost 6% sprint to fire. The other attachment earlier gave us 12, and now we're getting 17% sprint to fire with this attachment and 3% ADS. Now we are losing gun kick control at 6, horizontal and vertical both at 6 as well, but in all honesty, I think it's kind of worth it. Like if you take this gun, you go into the firing range with it, it's gonna pop off, all right? And then you can go online with it, then it's gonna pop off as well. Now I want to show you my Warzone class. Now I'm gonna show you guys the multiplayer gameplay of it, just because I know a lot of you guys actually like to play multiplayer as well. So this is the gameplay that you guys are watching in the background. It's really nice, it's a solid gun, and it's actually really fun to use. And if I were to say something, if you're sprinting, that's when this gun sucks up close, okay? But if you're just like casually jogging around the map, playing kind of aggressive but kind of slow at the same time, that's where this gun is really nice. So we get into the actual Warzone class right here. So I'm running the Renetti again, same exact class setup that I was running for it before. It's nice, and it's just really good. I think there might be one difference. I might be running the Stare 45 Sky Fury compensator on this one. I'm not sure if I had the muzzle on for the other one, but it is what it is. Now, I use smoke a lot when playing ranked because, yo, if my loadout is sitting in heat and there's just enemies watching over it, I want to grab it fast, smoke, and get the heck out of there. That's what I want to do. So it works out really nice. And then we got thermite. The reason I like thermite over throwing knives is because I can actually use it to cut off entryways and all that kind of stuff as well. And it works out really cool. So I like that as well. And it is pretty much a throwing knife as well. If someone's down, you can just throw it at them and they'll burn to death anyways. Now my perk package on this one, I have irradiated on number 1. Perk slot number 2, we got mountaineer so that you can reduce fall damage. This is actually so clutch when you jump off buildings and stuff. Perk slot 3 is quick fix. This is going to be once you kill someone, you start regenerating health right away, and then high alerts because you want to know if someone's looking at you. You want to know where they're looking as well. So the actual attachments on this one, the first one is going to be the VT7 Spirit Fire Suppressor. This is going to make you undetectable by radar, which is nice. People won't see where you're shooting from, but it's also going to give you bullet velocity and range and recoil control. So it's actually good. And considering this gun got buffed for mid and long range, this is actually really nice. You're getting effective damage range 5%, minimum damage range 5%, and bullet velocity 8%. Your horizontal and vertical recoil control are both up 7 as well, which is really good. Now your ADS is down 18%, which is crazy, and your sprint to fire is down 4%, which isn't much, but it is kind of crazy that it does take away a lot of ADS, but you don't notice it much in game. I'm being honest with you guys. The barrel is going to be the STV Precision barrel. This is going to give you aiming, idle, sway, bullet velocity and range, gun kick control, and recoil control. Now you're getting even more effective damage range and minimum damage range at 13% each. Your bullet velocity is going to go up 15%, and then you're getting recoil gun kick at 4, horizontal recoil control at 8, and vertical at 7. So this gun's already a straight laser, and it has insane range, especially since the buff. And then we got 9% ADS loss and 2% sprint to fire loss, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Now we're going to run the 60 round mags, resulting in even more losses towards mobility and handling and all that, but it's Warzone, it's Rebirth, you need to have 60, alright? If you're shooting someone at 100 meters away, 30 is just not going to cut it at all. So 60 is what you guys are going to need for sure. And then because we're playing Rebirth and stuff, I like the jacket glassless on Rebirth, so I'm going to be using that for the optic. The jacket glassless optics, it's really nice. It's a solid one to use, and I'll recommend it 9 out of 10 times, alright? So it's really good. It's a bit big and bulky, but this is my mid to long range gun. I'm not worried about that. If I want to go close range, hey, we got the Renettis that are going to drop people like crazy. And then the final attachment is going to be the main V6 stock. This is going to give you more recoil control and gun kick control. 21% recoil gun kick, 9% horizontal recoil, and 9% vertical recoil as well. So you're actually going to lose some more sprint to fire on this one. No ADS, luckily. They're going to lose 4 sprint to fire. And that's what I said, when you're playing multiplayer and stuff, don't be sprinting around like crazy with this class, okay? You could definitely get away with it. I've gotten away with it a few times, but it's not going to be consistent, all right? It's a little slow to sprint to fire, but it's really nice on those larger maps. But anyways, guys, like I said earlier, man, let me know down in the comments below, did it need a buff? I really don't understand why it did get buffed. I don't get it. I don't know why they buffed it. I think it was still good at range to begin with, but I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to sit here and say, please nerf it. This is my favorite gun in the game. I'm happy they did that. I'm happy they did that. Now, one gun that they definitely need to stop nerfing is the MCW. It seems like every single season, the MCW catches a nerf, and it's so annoying that that keeps happening to that gun, but it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy the video, I would truly appreciate a like, sub to the channel, and let me know down in the comments below. Like I said before, did it need a buff? Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.